Okay, and this is day 2, which is your lower body day. You're gonna need a mini band for the activation circuit. So we're gonna put the mini band right beneath our knees. Good tension. Lateral raise, squat. Lateral raise, squat. So you're alternating the leg that raises and squatting in between. Number 2, start with your feet together. Walk at an angle. Monster walk. Couple steps forward, and then you're gonna back it up. Exercise number 3. This one's tough. If you need to take the mini band off to do this, you can, or maybe go down a color in your mini band. You are going to lie with your elbow under your shoulder. That bottom hip and bottom knee stays on the floor, and you tap to the front and tap to the back. So I call it kind of like a rainbow, but you're tapping. Don't let your hips rock back and forth. You want to keep them stacked, and this is going to be all glute and hip work, okay? 30 seconds each side, and then you're gonna lie down on your back. You're going to keep your knees pressed out the whole time as you do glute bridges, okay? Don't let that band force your knees in. You're gonna use your glutes to keep those knees spread apart. So those are your 4 activation exercises. Then you're gonna go into your first big lower body circuit. So exercise number 4 uses a slider. I know you said you didn't have those, but you can use, depending what type of floor you have, if you have carpet, a paper plate will work, or if you have hard floors, a towel should work, and that will let you do the moves that we're gonna do here with the slider. So number 1, you're gonna hold a dumbbell goblet style, so at your chest, nice and tight, don't let it all the way out here. You're gonna go narrow stance. So narrow is pretty narrow, right under our hips. Your heels are under your hips. Sink and stand. Exercise number 2 is a kettlebell swing. I don't know if you've ever done this. If you have any issues with it, let me know. We can change it. We can make it a kettlebell deadlift, or you can try to swing with a band, which might take a little bit of the pressure off of your back. So you just tell me. Pretend like this is the kettlebell. It's sitting out in front of you. Your feet are wider than your hips. So I'm thinking that's probably 2.5 to 3 feet that the kettlebell's out. You're gonna hinge and reach for that kettlebell. You're gonna hike it under your legs, hinge and snap. Hike, hinge and snap. Don't let those knees cave in, and don't let your back arch. So from the side view, hinge, butt goes back, grab that kettlebell, hike it, hinge, and snap. Nice flat back. When you're done, take it through, and then stand up. Try not to just stop. So that's exercise number 2. Number 3 is sumo goblet. So you're holding that up against your chest again. Knees press out, toes point out at a wide angle, and you're squatting. And number 4 is a reverse lunge, but it's a little bit different. So I'm gonna show you from the side. You're working the standing leg. You're gonna dig your toe into that core slider. That leg stays straight. This knee goes to 90, hinge and snap. Straight leg, hinge and snap. A normal lunge that we do, that knee drops, but we wanna work the glute, or the quad, the hamstring, and the glute of the standing leg. So by keeping that leg straight, squatting on the standing leg, hinging, snapping, and squeezing that glute, you should feel that work in all areas. And you're gonna do each side for that one. So those are your 4 moves for your first circuit. Then you are gonna go into upper body. So you need a band overhead. Your first one is a bent over dumbbell row. So you can use dumbbells or a barbell. I think you used a barbell last month, so I switched it up. You're just gonna hinge slightly, engage your core, nice flat back, and you're just gonna row. You can rotate your hands if you wish. Send your elbows to the ceiling. If you choose to use your barbell, hands are wide, and pull that dumbbell, or pull the barbell right to your sternum. So that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is a straight arm pull down. So your arms, you're gonna have to step back. Your arms start straight and high. Keep your arms straight as you pull down to your hips. Nice straight arms the whole time. Exercise number 3 is that staggered hand push-ups. For this one, you can be on your knees if you need to. One hand is forward, the other hand is a little bit further back under your shoulder, and you're just gonna do push-ups. The arm that is back is the tricep push-up, so it scrapes your side. The arm that is forward kind of wings out a little bit and hit more of your chest. So for round 1, you're gonna do one hand forward, one hand back. When you go to do round 2, you're gonna switch your hands and the other hand's gonna go forward and backwards. And then exercise number 4 is a mini band bus driver. So that mini band's gonna go around your wrists, like so. Hands are kind of in line with your shoulders, maybe a little bit further down. Open just to shoulder width and turn the big steering wheel. Make sure your palms stay facing one another like this. It's easier if you let your hands rotate. That kind of takes some work out of parts of the arms and shoulder that we want to work. So palms together and turn just like that. So those are your 4 upper body. Then you are going to a kickstand deadlift. You can use a kettlebell or a barbell. Kickstand, if you remember, one foot is forward, the other foot works as a supporting leg. All of the work is happening in that standing leg. So I'm gonna flip my legs around so you can see them. So I'm gonna hinge, stand and snap. Really feel most of the work happening on that standing leg and that standing glute. 30 seconds, and then you're gonna switch, hinge, and snap. That bar stays super close to your body. You only have to go down as far as your knees if you want. It's super important to pull your belly button in and keep your shoulder blades together. Exercise number 2 is a resistance band sissy squat. So for this one, I can't remember if you said you had a resistance band like this or just the band with handles. So I'm gonna show you both ways. If you have the band with handles, you're gonna secure it low, and then the band, you're gonna put your foot through that on each leg, and the handles are gonna be at your calves. And then you're gonna sink and stand. It's almost as though from your knee down is in concrete. It doesn't move. So you're really pushing your butt back. If you have the band that does not have handles and it's just that rubber resistance loop band, then you're gonna fold it in half, secure it down low, put your foot in each side, step back, and do the same thing. So you really have to trust your body. You want resistance to pull you forward, but not so much resistance that your heels lift off the floor. You want your entire foot on the floor the whole time. So that's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3 is alternating lateral lunges, side to side. Really push your butt back. If you want to hold a weight, you can hold a little dumbbell goblet style. And then number 4, I thought we could try it. If it doesn't work, let me know. We can get on the floor and do like mountain climbers or something. But I wanted you to try to put your treadmill on a high resistance and see if you just can't walk. You want it to kind of push back on you. But at the same time, obviously the belt is moving, so you're going with the belt. And see if you just can't put it on like the heaviest resistance and walk. So those are your 4 lower body. Now I did put a little challenge in here. So that looks like you're gonna squat, hold. And then the second one, we have a lot of people who are still struggling with their SLDLs, so it's not weighted. You're going straight down. Get that leg as high as you can, parallel to the floor. You don't wanna go any higher. Squeeze your glute, soft standing knee, and just hang out. 30 seconds each side. It really helps on your SLDL if you find a spot like 12 to 18 inches in front of your feet and just stare at it. Find a focal point, it's gonna help your balance. So that's the challenge. And then your core. So you're gonna hold a dumbbell or a kettlebell. One knee is down, one knee is up. You're gonna start on the hip of the knee that's down and lift. Back down, lift up, and back down. You don't want your body to rotate, so turn that core on nice and tight. Other knee's gonna go down, and you're gonna lift in the opposite direction. Exercise number 3 is a palm plank walk. So again, grab some sliders or grab some paper plates. I'm gonna start, you can see me here. So you're gonna be in a high plank with your hands on the sliders. No, your toes are on the sliders. So I'm gonna walk across here so you can see what's happening. Nice high plank. Pull your body forward as your feet slide behind you. Exercise number 4 is an alternating jackknife. So you're gonna start in a start position and you're gonna reach to the outside of that opposite leg. Straight arms, straight legs. If that becomes too much, I also like to pull my knee in and reach to the outside foot. So that's totally fine. And then exercise 5 is your bear crawl hold again. So we're doing bear crawl holds every time this month instead of a plank. So again, hold and you can tap or you can lift the opposite hand and the opposite foot. So that's lower body day.